Where my fire starters at, man? Let's go. Shout out the whole nation.
The fire.
Shout out everybody out. Shout out everybody up in here, man. Are we loud and clear, man? Hit that like button, man. Appreciate y'all for joining GFTV. What's good with y'all, man? Shout out everybody that's coming up in here, man. Appreciate y'all. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on the back end. What I tell y'all? What I tell y'all, man? Hit that like button. Drop y'all fire and TVs in the chat. I appreciate everybody that's coming up in here, man. All right, we getting breaking news out of Dallas. Breaking news out of Dallas. And we've been the only ones that been, now I mean, consistently, now I mean, going into deeper terrain and deeper treacherous territories when it come to what's going on in Dallas down there, right? And what I tried to explain to y'all, right? With this pipeline situation, a lot of people that was going to be lined up. But before we make all those alignments, man, shout out to everybody that's coming up in here. Like, share, subscribe, man. Bigxthaplug. That's right. For the ones who do not know. For the ones who do not know, everybody go motherfucking know. Everybody go motherfucking know. Because listen here, all right? I told everybody that it's a lot of snakes in Dallas right now. It's a serious federal investigation going on down there in Dallas. And not only that, it's a lot of hate. Now, a lot of people have no idea that a lot of motherfuckers don't like Bigxthaplug success. Now, we got breaking news. Bigxthaplug got arrested again last night on his way to his album release party, y'all. Hit the like button. Shout out everybody up in here, bro. All right. Bigxthaplug got set up and backdoor. That's right. In Dallas, no. Dallas, no. South Dallas, no. North Dallas, no. West Dallas, no. And East Dallas, no. Shout out everybody that's out there. Shout out all my peers, all my family, all my people, because that's right. We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it because a lot of people already seen this coming down there in Dallas. A lot of people do not like the success that Bigxthaplug has down there in Dallas. And we're talking about a lot of them motherfucking low-level motherfuckers. That's right. All these low-level motherfuckers that's supposed to be signed to major labels that's not having major success, like Zillionaire, right? Right. Now, for the ones who don't know, okay, Bigxthaplug got arrested last night on some gun charges and some marijuana charges. And not only did he get arrested on some gun charges and some marijuana charges, y'all, all right, he was already fighting the case. He was already fighting the case. And just so happens, this situation happens to take place. Now, listen, for the ones who don't know, all right, this was Bigxthaplug's last post, y'all. Hit the like button, drop y'all fire and TVs in the chat. All right, this was his last post last night before it went down, and we're going to break down how they was watching him, how they was doing surveillance on him, and all that shit. And it's all go back to Zillionaire bringing them goddamn federales to Dallas. It all goes back to Zillionaire bringing Yo Gotti and the Secret Service and the federal rallies to Dallas to watch all these up and coming new rappers. All this shit that's going on out there, man. All right, y'all have no idea. And look, y'all, I'm getting words from the inside that there's a lot of people on federal paperwork that's running their motherfucking mouth. A lot of motherfuckers that's supposed to be stand tall ass niggas, allegedly. All right? Now, shout out to everybody up in here, man. Like, share, subscribe. Start hitting the like button, y'all. We about to start breaking this shit down. Shout out everybody that's up in here, man. I see y'all. Keisha, what's good? Victoria, yeah, man, this shit is fucked up. Pincy, what's up with you? Yeah, Secret Service, right. Crazy work. Hit that like button, man. Strategic Live. All right, Strategic Live, breaking news coming out of Dallas. Bigxthaplug was set up before his album release party last night. Now, a lot of people don't know that Bigxthaplug has been more successful commercially than anybody in Dallas right now. Hit the like button. Strategic drop. We know what's going on down there. And there's a lot of motherfuckers that's hating on Bigxthaplug, right? You see, we gonna keep it all the way funky over here. Like I said, not one placemat that's left on the table. No placemat that's left on the table will be left unturned. I could promise you this. Shout out everybody that's coming up in here, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's get the views to match the likes and the likes to match the views because we strategic over here. Okay? We like to get virtual and innovative. And I don't really send out notifications to get the trolls and the bots prepared and all that. We just strategically drop on them like Fire and Flame really do. It come at a strategic time and a strategic rate. You never know when it's going to come. Because we fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and stalkers, and we here to expose these demons like we've been exposing these motherfuckers. All right? Now, like I said, a lot of people are jealous of the success of Bigxthaplug, bro. A lot of people are jealous of the success of Bigxthaplug. A lot of individuals. A lot of individuals. Lot of individuals, yo. Yes, they are. So, see what's going on here, man. Hit the like button, man. Drop a one in the chat. Let me get this sound right. Make sure everything. Because I never even changed that. They definitely fuck with my stream already because I never even changed that shit, yo. Y'all hit the like button, yo. All right. Shout out the whole nation. Let's go, man.
Racing crackdown ended with night during a Dallas street racing crackdown ended with a well-known rapper in handcuffs. Here's what we know so far. Dallas police were running an operation near 175 in Buckner when they spotted a $100,000 truck with no tags, a red flag, in a scene where stolen cars are common. When they pulled it over, sources say rapper Bigxthaplug, whose real name is Xavier Landum, was inside with 4 other men, all of them reportedly armed with blunts, also found in the truck. Those are marijuana cigarettes, large ones. For context, the things escalated when a gang hit came back from Arlington police, who have documented Bigxthaplug as a known gang member. Records show he's been arrested multiple times before for drug and gun charges. Now he's facing more.
Now, this all happened on the eve of his big album release party that was slated to happen at Wingstop. We reached out to Wingstop, which said that the event tonight has been canceled due to unforeseen circumstances.
All right. Y'all hear that, right? Hold on. Let's run it back, y'all. Everybody hit the like button. Strategic drop. Because I'm telling y'all what's going on down there. And I got so much strategic, vital information. All right. That's going to align with everything that we have been talking about and dropping over here. Because a lot of people is jealous of Bigxthaplug. A lot of people not happy for his success. Let's go, man.
An operation near night during a Dallas street racing crackdown ended with a well-known rapper in handcuffs. Here's what we know so far. Dallas police were running an operation near 175 in Buckner when they spotted a $100,000 truck with no tags, a red flag, in a scene where stolen cars are common. When they pulled it over, sources say rapper Bigxthaplug, whose real name is Xavier Landum, was inside with 4 other men, all of them reportedly armed with blunts, also found in the truck. Those are marijuana cigarettes, large ones. For context, the things escalated when a gang hit came back from Arlington police, who have documented Bigxthaplug as a known gang member.
Hit the like button. Strategic drop. What it say? Pay attention. Hear what they are saying. They're telling y'all right in your face that they were investigating him. They got a call. The gang unit, bro. Y'all hear this, right? Shout out Dallas. Shout out my peoples down there in Oak Cliff. Out in the north, the south, the east, and the west. Shout out the whole motherfucking Texas. Where y'all at? Because y'all already know what it is. GFTV here to pop that shit. Because y'all already know that for the ones who ain't familiar, bro. Okay, Bigxthaplug. Something is very eerie about this whole shit, right? Now, check this out. He just dropped a video, okay, with Jelly Roll. All right, hit the like button. For the ones who don't know who Jelly Roll is, all right, hit the like button. He just dropped a major video in collaboration with this Jelly Roll dude, right? Okay, so the crazy thing about this collaboration, right, y'all? All right, is that the name of this song is named Box Me Up. Hit the like button. Strategic drop. Let's go. They set this man up symbolically. All right? Cryptically. Peep the game, right? So the song is fire. If I lose you tonight, box me up and bury me alive. Okay, that's how the hook go. All right. If I lose you tonight, take my heart and hand it out to dry. All right. So as they're singing this, they're showing Bigxthaplug, y'all, inside of a box, literally being buried alive. Now, right before the album release of this new album that he was dropping, last night, he get boxed up. And being as though he already got gun and marijuana cases, and he just caught these new guns and marijuana cases and sitting in there with no fucking bail, literally. Okay? This song was his own premonition. Because it said, if I lose you tonight, box me up and bury me alive. All right, and that's what the fuck happened, y'all. They boxed him up and buried him alive. All right, now peep the game.
Box me up and bury me alive. Hey, if I look.
Okay, hit the like button. Strategic drop. Let's go. Shout out everybody that's up in here, man. I appreciate y'all. Don't nobody fuck with Gotti out there in Texas. Nope. And the crazy thing about it, a lot of motherfuckers really don't fuck with the Z. You see, a lot of people really fuck with the Z movement. Don't get that confused. Because Zillionaire dough and the Zillionaire movement, all right, it's actually two different things. Zillionaire dough is just incorporated into the Zillionaire movement. But a lot of people are starting to separate themselves that's in this Zillionaire movement, the real street movement. Okay? For the ones who don't know, Prince J. Let's talk Texas politics right quick. Hit the fucking like button. Let me show y'all how these feds was investigating these motherfuckers. All right, let's talk South Dallas politics. All right, let me break it down. Let's talk about 42nd Deuce right quick. Hit the like button. Let's talk about Prince J. Now, before we get very deep into this situation, man, I need everybody that's up in here. All right, we got 70 plus. The likes ain't matching the views, and the views is not matching the likes. Okay? This is the real boss of the Zillionaire movement. You see that Z chain? You see the Z chain, right? Now, when I was explaining to y'all, when they ran up in Zillionaire house and took the Z chain, it was for a reason. And I was going to strategically release why, right? Now, they went up in Zillionaire house and took the Z chain because the Z chain originate from the Z movement, the Zillionaire street movement with the bricks, the guns, the murders, and the 42nd Deuce Crips, the Oakland Street Crips, the dead end Casey Street Crips. Hit the like button. Strategic drop. Let's talk Dallas politics because ain't nobody gonna talk it like we do over here. We gonna get it where it's supposed to be. We gonna let it know what it is. Okay? Now, everybody stomp on that motherfucker. Let's go. Before we continue, I got what y'all want and I got what the fuck y'all need. And like I said, it's a lot of fuck. What the title say? What the title say? Bigxthaplug, set up by Zillionaire Doe Federal Snake Pit in Dallas. And that's what the fuck I mean. And we gonna prove it. Because everybody think that Zillionaire and that Z, if y'all don't do your strategical, surgical, vital research, y'all won't understand where the Z originates from, where that whole Z movement come from. And it don't come from Zillionaire Doe. You see, by Zillionaire Doe putting that Z around his neck and incorporating that Zillionaire into rap politics, incorporating the Zillionaire 42 Deuce Crips into the rap scene, be as though Zillionaire incorporated the Z42 Oakland Street Deuce Crips into the Yo Gotti Federal Secret Service indictment pipeline penetration. Pause. It does not originate from Z. And the reason why they on his ass the way they are, because I tried to tell y'all where the plugs was coming from. Didn't I? Didn't I? You see, a lot of people ain't hip to this shit. I got this shit on my back. I promise you. One of the best to do this shit. Now, these motherfuckers, Prince J and them, I don't need to say all their goddamn names. We know what it is. These motherfuckers moved a lot of bricks, a lot of dope, a lot of coke, a lot of guns, a lot of marijuana, a lot of fatty, a lot of heroin, you name it. State to state, city to city, pipeline through pipeline. Okay? Let's go. Pipeline through pipeline. When I tell y'all, and I already proved it to the world, who signed Zillionaire? How Zillionaire get plugged in? How he got recognized? How he got to deal with CMG? It was through Prince J and the Big Juke. Street ties, politics, and plugs. Everybody in Dallas know what it is and know what's going on. Where you think I'm getting my fucking information from? The sky? Where you think I'm getting my information from? The fucking sky? Before all this shit came out, I told y'all at the beginning of January what the fuck was going on, didn't I? Now everybody put the kids to bed. Because this is what the fuck we are here to do. I ain't never shoot y'all no shit that I wouldn't shoot my motherfucking self. But we gotta give YouTube they props, they due diligence. Shout out to YouTube for allowing content creators like us, me, and so many others to do what we do on this platform. All right, disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. Copyright disclaimer under section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for what? It's made for what? Fair use. What? For purposes such as what? Criticism. Yeah. Comment. Yeah. News reporting, teacher scholarships. Yeah. Macho Man, Randy Savage. Y'all know the motherfucking rest. Y'all know what's flaming when what ain't. Oh, yeah. The Macho Man, Randy Savage. Let's get it. What? Let's fucking go. We ain't here to play. Because like I said, y'all, a lot of individuals have been jealous of Bigxthaplug's success. And not only had they been jealous of Bigxthaplug's success, y'all, okay? By Zillionaire Doe bringing Yo Gotti and the federales to the dope house, to the dope spot, to the trap house, to the fiends, to the guns, to the weed, to the fetty. He done opened up a whole lot of doors. No, they're not drill rappers. They getting money ass motherfuckers. Getting money ass drug dealers that talk about it in their rap songs. And the crazy thing about it, it's not like they transition. They're still in the street doing what they're actually saying they're doing on their music. And you see, when they went in there and snatched up the Z chain from Zillionaire, they snatched it up for a reason. Because the Zillionaire movement and the situation that's going on with his big homie, this is big homie right here. This is big homie. I believe this even his father's big homie. Okay, I believe his father has some stain too, somewhere along these lines. Zillionaire father got some stain with these people, some real close stain. I appreciate everybody that's coming up in here, man. We got over 100 plus just to start the show, man. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Always remember, fear the fire, fear the flame. Let's get the views to match the likes and the likes to match the views, man. I appreciate y'all, everybody that's coming up in here, man. Because Bigxthaplug, a lot of people don't know. Check this out. You see why everybody is trying to override what it really is and what it really ain't. It's actually really like two different movements that's going on out there, but they try to incorporate it. Well, let me say this. It's actually a whole multitude of movements out there, but they try to incorporate it into one, like a whole new Dallas. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to fucking brand every hood, bring everybody together and all this and all that. But you have to understand, man, a lot of people ain't for that shit. A lot of people ain't trying to be with all that peace shit. A lot of people ain't really, you know what I mean? So you got 2, 3, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different fashions that they try to incorporate into one fashion, which is a new Dallas movement. You see what I'm saying? But you got Bigxthaplug, you know, he's from the 600 movement that's going on out there in Dallas. All right? Now, a lot of people have no idea. You see this, right? This is what a lot of this jealousy is also over too, because we just played it and we about to play it again, as we heard the motherfuckers on the news say that the gang unit got a call. This man was set up. The gang unit got a call Check this out. This is his album, not his new album. This is his album that was released back in October that went platinum. You see this? Name one artist from Dallas album that went platinum from that movement. Name one artist album that went platinum from that whole new Dallas movement. He's the only one, and he's not signed to no major like Zillionaire. Now the crazy thing about this is this is supposed to be a whole new Dallas thing. This is supposed to be a new Dallas movement. Everybody's supposed to be what? Representing each other. Everybody's supposed to be what? Coming together. Fuck who better. We all win. That's the whole perception of it all. No messy shit. No beefing. We leaving the Mo 3 shit in the backyard, and we're coming in with this new Dallas shit. That's the whole perception. But actions speak louder than fucking words every time. Because if you pay attention, Zillionaire Doe didn't share Bigxthaplug's album release party in Dallas. Now, like I said, what makes this shit so crazy is Bigxthaplug was having a brand new album release party last night. He got called to, listen, this is last post, y'all. You see, he was set up and called to that street racing shit. He wasn't even supposed to be at the street racing shit. Y'all know that shit that they be doing down there? All right, they block off the streets. They be drag racing, the motorcycles and all that shit. Niggas called him out there, bro. They called him out there, bro. He wasn't even supposed to be at no street racing, nothing. They said he was in a $100,000 truck with no tag. Somebody took Bigxthaplug tags off of his truck, y'all. Hit the like button. Strategic drop. Let me play this for y'all again so y'all can hear this shit. Hit the like button, y'all.
$100,000 truck with no tags, a red flag in a scene where stolen cars are common. When they pulled it over, sources say rapper Bigxthaplug, whose real name is Xavier Landum, was inside with 4 other men. All of them. Dallas street racing crackdown ended with a well-known rapper in handcuffs. Here's what we know so far. Dallas police were running an operation near 175 in Buckner when they spotted
Dallas police was running an operation. Pay attention.
$100,000 truck with no tags, a red flag in a scene where stolen cars are common. When they pulled it over, sources say rapper Bigxthaplug, whose real name is Xavier Landum, was inside with 4 other men. All of them reportedly armed with blunts, also found in the truck. Those are marijuana cigarettes, large ones. For context, the things escalated when a gang hit came back from Arlington police, who have documented Bigxthaplug as a known gang member. Records show he's been arrested multiple times before for drug and gun charges. Now he's facing more.
Now, this all happened on the eve of his big album release party that was slated to happen at Wingstop. We reached out to Wingstop, which said that the event tonight has been canceled. Big album release.
Records show text. The things
Okay, y'all hear this, right?
Escalated when a gang hit came back from Arlington police, who have documented Bigxthaplug as a known gang member. Bigxthaplug as a known gang member. Gang hit came back from from Arlington police, who have documented Bigxthaplug as a known gang.
Okay, so we got Bigxthaplug, who got called out there on his way to his album release party, y'all. This man was on his way to an album release party, all right? And they called him out there to that street racist shit. And the crazy thing about it, somebody took the tags off of his truck, y'all. They took the tags off of his bulletproof truck, off of his SUV, y'all. The $100,000 joint that he got. All right, I don't know the exact name of the shit. I don't want to get it confused. I think it's like a Cadillac Escalade or something like that. It might be something even way more upscale than that. But you know goddamn well this man ain't riding around with in a $100,000 vehicle with no fucking tags on it, bruh. Who the fuck y'all think y'all talking to? All right? Somebody snaked Bigxthaplug out and set him the fuck up. And not only did they set him up and snake him out, all right, in the midst of the street racist shit. Now, let me show y'all, all right, who be into these street racing politics and shit. Even though it's really big out there in Dallas. It's very, very big out there in Dallas. It really is. Okay? But what I find so striking and interesting is, okay, show y'all this, that Zillionaire dope, he takes it upon himself all right, to document all this stuff in the hood. You see? That's the car wash and everything. This is a totally different day. This is after the Gotti shit. And this is what they doing, you see? He continues to document everything that's going on. All this is on his YouTube channel. The fans done seen all this shit, bro. All right? He getting everybody federally indicted with these vlogs. Him, Montana 700, Keese, and all the rest of them motherfuckers. Boss Man Delo, all the motherfuckers. Y'all doing all these vlogs, bruh, and the police and the feds is watching y'all. All right? Now, like I said, we see little Flip in there too. All right? Okay? Whole lot of snakes in the pig. Okay? But I said that when they do these street races, this is what they do. They'll block the street off, and they'll film it all. Well, this is what was going on last night, y'all. All right? At this situation with Bigxthaplug. Okay? He got called to one of these fashions, one of these get-togethers, even though his album is being released. And he's having a party that night. Why are you over there? Who could have got you out your bag and out your zone to completely say, I'm going to risk it all. I'm going to go over here to this stolen car street racing event with marijuana and guns all in my truck, and I ain't got no tags on the back of my goddamn shit. Who would do some shit like that? Who would do some shit like that? Let me ask you a question. If you was dropping a fucking album, right? If you already been successful and you already got a platinum album, you are the most successful artist in Dallas. The most successful artist coming out of Dallas right now is Bigxthaplug. And a lot of people is trying to overshadow his success with all that street bullshit that's going on and all this Yo Gotti shit. And this Yo Gotti shit ain't pushed Zillionaire dough where he wanted to be. And ain't pushed him to that next level. He's on a major and he still ain't getting that big major push. Like I said, Bigxthaplug is not signed to a major. And he already got a platinum album. A lot of individuals got discovered in Dallas because of Bigxthaplug. Now, like I said, let's make real life matters, make real life sense. We got over 108 people. Can I get the views to match the likes and the likes to match the views? Okay, check this out. If you already got a platinum album, you already fucking successful. You just had one of the biggest features of your life with Jelly Roll, bro. All right. And your album release party comes out. And the day of that, can anybody get you to do anything fucking stupid? Let me, for all you slow motherfuckers, let me break it down iller. If it's the day of your album release and the day of the party, would you do anything to risk blowing that situation? Would you do anything? Will anybody be able to call you somewhere to do some stupid shit to blow your play? And if they were, it had to be what? Somebody very close, right? Somebody very trustworthy, right? Somebody that you really like trust, somebody that you really depend on for you to really, sacrifice all of that. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm hearing that there's some very inside sources, okay, that is aligned with Bigxthaplug and his team, called Bigxthaplug and them to the street racist shit that was going on down there in Dallas. Right? While he was on his way to his album release party. He was on his way to his album release party, yo.
Crackdown ended with a well-known rapper in hand.
He was on his way to his album release, told him to come over there. All right. And in the midst of all that, in the midst of all the shenanigans and shit, all right, somebody snaked them out. They seen his $100,000 truck. They seen his $100,000 vehicle. They said Dallas police was already investigating. They said Dallas police raided the spot where they be doing all the stolen car stunts and shit at the drag racing. The police raided it, and then they got a motherfucking ping from the gang unit that Bigxthaplug was a known gang member. Shout out to Angela. It's good with you, baby girl. Shout out to you, man. You know what I mean? In the midst of all the shenanigans, somebody takes the fucking tags off this man's truck, bro. Why would you be riding around in Dallas on the day of your album release party in $100,000 truck with drugs and guns with no tags on your fucking truck? Come on, why you ain't get pulled over all day? Why you ain't get pulled over early that morning? Why you ain't been getting pulled over? Because ain't no way this man was riding around with just tags, not on his truck. Somebody took him off his truck. Somebody took him off his truck. And ain't it supposed to be somebody always watching your truck? You're supposed to always have a team watching your perimeter. Even though you have a team next to you watching the inner circle of your perimeter, you're supposed to have a team on the outer circle of your perimeter watching the whole foundation of the perimeter to make sure shit like that don't happen. And the only way something like that could have happened and nobody paid attention to it and they got away with it, somebody in this team had to snake them out. Now, like I said, the crazy thing about it is it was his album release party, y'all. Okay? He just did this. He just dropped this video and did this feature with Jelly Roll. All right. And the name of the song is Box Me Up. And I don't think y'all understand if y'all didn't hear how the song go. He's basically foreshadowing what's about to happen without him even realizing what's going to happen. This is crazy. And we done seen this shit time and time and time again. All right. And the hook go, if I lose you tonight, take my heart and hand it out to dry. If I lose you tonight, box me up and bury me alive. And throughout the whole video, he's sitting in this dark looking auditorium with a whole lot of dark depiction. And they got him in this box. What do you think that box is depicting? Do it take a rocket scientist? What is this box depicting? A fucking jail cell, right? Box me up and bury me alive. And that's what the fuck they about to do to him. Literally. At the height of his career, at the biggest pinnacle of his life, the devil come to seek, steal, destroy, manipulate, and conquer, bruh. Remember that. Remember that. If this ain't one of the creepiest depictions I ever seen in my motherfucking life, bro. And for this man, this video just got released. right after he got locked up. It got released right after he got locked up last night. He never made it to his album release party that's supposed to have been at a Wingstop, they say. Okay, so let me see something here, man. See what the fuck. This shit. Okay, so it's where his party was supposed to have been at last night, y'all. This is where his album release party was supposed to be at. Now, I hear the news saying that it was a Wingstop. I'm kind of confused about that because maybe it is a Wingstop now. Maybe it is a Wingstop now, but we heard the news say that it was going to be at a Wingstop. See what people saying in the chat. There's a lot going on, y'all. What's up with all these rappers in these dark videos, right? He never made it here. First album cover had the eye symbolism on it. See what the hell going on here, man. Okay. It does. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot going on here, man. Especially with this country album that was about to drop. Now, this was about to be a country album. Okay. Now, for the ones who don't know, right? A couple of months ago in Dallas, a video was being shot. Okay? In Dallas, right? Where they shut the fucking bridge down. And they was getting a lot of complaints. A lot of people had a problem with why they shut this bridge down for this situation here, man. Hit the like button, man. Drop one in the chat if y'all can hear this.
A sight to see. Country star Shabuzi shutting down the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge during rush hour today to shoot a video with a well-known Dallas rapper. Tonight, many drivers are asking why the two stars were allowed to do it. Texas Sky Ranger shows the backup for miles here. Keenan Willard joins us live with more. Keenan, what are you learning tonight? Well, Brian, we've heard it a million times. Dallas rapper Big X, he's the biggest, the largest. Well, maybe even bigger than that was the traffic backup that we saw here at the Hunt Hill Bridge at rush hour today. We heard the same question from a ton of drivers out here. Why was this shoot allowed to happen on a week?
Nope, it's his second album, but the first album had the one eye symbolism. His second album just dropped, okay, today. And last night was the album release party, but this was a couple of months ago. See, this is the whole build-up for the album release with the Shabuzi. I don't know what the fuck going on, man. Some type of country rap music album, something that was about to take place, man. But check this out.
Texas Sky Ranger shows the backup for miles here. Keenan Willard joins us live with more. Keenan, what are you learning tonight? Well, Brian, we've heard it a million times. Dallas rapper Bigxthaplug says he's the biggest, the largest. Well, maybe even bigger than that was the traffic backup that we saw here at the Hunt Hill Bridge at rush hour today. We heard the same question from a ton of drivers out here. Why was this shoot allowed to happen on a weekday?
What, that Shabuzi shooting a video in Dallas, boy?
A moment Jesse Sanchez never expected, seeing a country music star while in heavy Dallas traffic.
Put out my phone, zoomed in, Shabuzi. It was Shabuzi shooting the video.
For hours this evening, one lane of the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge was shut down, the street filled with speakers, a stage, and Shabuzi shooting a music video along with Dallas rapper Bigxthaplug.
I thought I was the only one who realized it. I was looking around, people were looking at it.
The spectacle turned the other lane of the bridge into a parking lot, the line of cars on both sides of the Trinity River stretching for miles.
I'm sweating right now. It's really hot out here. People are all hot too as well, trying to get home.
Social media lit up with complaints from Dallas drivers stuck in the traffic, many questioning why the video shoot was allowed to happen at rush hour on a Tuesday.
Not a smart decision. That was a real dumb move, but I mean, it is what it is. Can't really stop nobody from doing something, especially a superstar.
NBC5 reached out to Dallas police, who said the shoot was authorized by the city's Office of Special Events.
Is this what we doing?
Despite the traffic headaches, some Dallas drivers say this was one commute they won't forget.
And I'm like, I can't be the only one who just realizes this is Shabuzi right here in the middle of the freeway right now.
Some of those drivers involved in that backup today may have gone home and gotten a little tipsy. Now, we reached out to the city of Dallas to ask for a response to those drivers' concerns about that event happening on rush hour during a weekday. With a well-known Dallas.
So, the reason why this whole situation was allowed to go down because they were investigating and doing a whole goddamn investigation on these motherfuckers, bro. And this is why they allowed them to shut down the goddamn Dallas Bridge in the middle of the day, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, bro. And nobody said a goddamn thing. Everybody allowed it. The city allowed it. All the traffic, everything was backed up. Shit was crazy. And they let it happen because it's a federal investigation. And we know when it's a federal investigation, the state don't get involved. You see what I'm saying? The state let them have their way and let them what? Do whatever the fuck they want to do without intervening. So even if they had to give these gang members / rappers a pass to shoot a video in the middle of Dallas, if that's what they had to do, and I'm talking about the city and the state, then that's what they would do to keep them from interfering in the investigation that the feds are fucking doing. All right, and everybody need to wake up and understand that shit. All right, Bigxthaplug ain't getting out, bro. He ain't getting out. He ain't got no motherfucking bond. He ain't getting out this time. They about to bury him alive. Okay? They boxed him up and they about to bury him alive. And like I said, a lot of individuals was jealous and is jealous of his success, of the major and commercial success. You see, he hasn't just had regular success, y'all. All right? Like I said, I got to keep it 100. Bigxthaplug has had commercial success. Look at who he's collaborating with. People that's involved in other type of genres and shit, not just stuck and stagnated in one genre like Zillionaire, Doe, and Montana, and all them other street rappers and shit from Dallas. He's on a whole nother level from them. And this is why he has a platinum record and a platinum album, and none of them other motherfucking New Dallas artists don't. Nobody else from New Dallas has a platinum what? Record, a platinum album. Nobody. Nobody has a platinum album. And we know how much money Gotti been putting into Zillionaire, allegedly, right? Allegedly, right? No. That's because Zillionaire signed for a little bit of nothing. Zillionaire only signed for $250,000. That's right. Zillionaire only signed for $250,000. That's all Juke signed him for. And that's why he did and they went broke after his deal, because Gotti wouldn't allow him to move or do anything. And I tried to explain to everybody the real reason that old boy Zillionaire got plugged in was through this real Z movement right here. Okay, Prince J and the real street politics that's involved with these 42nd Street Crips. All right, now for the ones who don't know, local law enforcement gang unit task forces shit been on these motherfuckers locally for the longest, bro. All right, they've been tapped on their ass locally for a long time. So by Zillionaire Doe and that Zillionaire movement, real street movement, being plugged in, see, a lot of people don't know where this shit traced back to. A lot of people don't know how the feds really started really getting on their ass anyway, and why they still on their ass. How many people had the raid stopped in South Dallas? Have the raids stopped in South Dallas since? Remember, Zillionaire got signed 1 week before Juke's death. Juke brought him down to Miami, and I got the receipt. When Zillionaire went down to Miami with Head Honcho and all of them, they all went out there. On Say Cheese interview, you hear Zillionaire say he was in the studio with Gotti and them all week and shit. But why you never show that vlog? You show all the other vlogs. You show when you went to Miami, but why you don't show when you signed the deal with Gotti in the studio? You know why? Because you didn't sign the deal with Gotti in the studio, Zillionaire. You signed it with Juke. Now, I got the receipt, y'all, when Zillionaire, Head Honcho, all right, Montana 700, all of them. Juke flew all of them out there to Miami. All of them. Zillionaire and his peoples, they take the vlog and they upload everything else that happened in Miami, except the main shit that you should have been documenting and filming. And that's you actually signing the deal. You in the studio with Gotti and all that. You know why? Because that never happened. You was in the studio. You was in Miami with Juke. Okay, so let me explain this, y'all. Okay? Let me show y'all this here. Because, like I said, he's so stupid. He young and dumb. Respectfully, though. All right? He got a lot to fucking learn. You see, you can't document everything. Everything ain't meant to be documented and showed and uploaded to the world, man. It's not. Now, look. Let me show y'all this. Now, we got Zillionaire. Let me show y'all this shit here, man. Shit gonna blow y'all, bro. You'll be like, oh, shit, right? So, I got the block. I got the joint. All right? Hold on.
Right now, how my flow.
Okay, y'all. So this is when Zillionaire and then went to Miami to sign the CMG deal. You see, all this was documented. All this was blogged. You see this, right? But he never released it until after the announcement. But everything was pre-recorded from January 2024. You see what I'm saying? But he didn't release it until after the announcement in January 2025. Okay, so we heard him say on the Say Cheese interview that he went down to Miami with Gotti, right? We see on the 14 months, it shows all that, right? It shows everything on his 14 months and the depiction of the raid, the bodies, the juke packs, the trip to Miami, and the bag. It's documented. That's why it's named Mr. That's why it's named Mr. 14 Months. Okay, so he goes down to Miami, and this is when they do the deal. But like I said, the crazy thing about it, it's a lot of shit that's documented, but except one thing. What he say on Say Cheat? He said Gotti won a nigga over. He said Gotti just won a nigga over. Gotti just won a nigga over. But you never show the experience and the vlog and the whole alignment and connection when y'all went down there, okay, with Gotti in the studio. He's signing you. He winning you over. You ain't show none of that. You know why? Because it wasn't Gotti. It was Juke. And y'all edit the fucking footage. So check this out. Juke flies them out to Miami, y'all. This was a week before Juke death. Right here, y'all.
What we doing?
See that, right? He ain't even got the Z chain yet. He ain't even got the Z chain yet. Okay, because he ain't get the fucking deal, all right, to get that Z chain yet. You see what I'm saying? But they all going out there to get the paperwork and get the bag. And this is a week before Juke's death. Strategic drop, y'all. Strategic drop, man. Let's go, man. Get the likes up, man. Appreciate everybody that's up in here, man. Like, share, subscribe. Ain't nobody breaking this shit down and got the receipts to go along with everything I'm telling y'all strategically. All right, I'm telling y'all how this shit is aligning.
Banking from American Airlines Flight 2931, arriving from Dallas Fort Worth, will be available for plane and baggage claim 23.
This the Zillionaire going down to Miami for the ones who coming up here. All right, Zillionaire going down to Miami to sign a deal with Juke, y'all. All right, this is when he went to Miami to do the CMG deal. But he said he did it with Gotti on Say Cheese. But not one time did we see him or Gotti nowhere in this goddamn vlog in Miami at all. Hit the like button, man. That like button up, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Shout out everybody up in here, man. Get them likes up. Respectfully, I ain't asking for no money or nothing. Shout out everybody up in here.
like for the people who's that's great. So what yeah, you see it on your text? You just click.
Why it's not named Zillionaire Doe? All right, Life of a Zillionaire goes to Miami to sign the CMG deal. Why it's not titled that? You know why? Because it'll blow the whole play. Because if he actually put that title, then he'll have to show that he's signing the deal. But if he showed that he's signing the deal, it won't be with Gotti. It will be with Big Juke. And this is why they kept that shit hush, hush. He couldn't make no motherfucking moves. All right, Juke died right after this signing.
All right, doctor. I'll see you soon. I'll see you right now. That's fine.
You see where the Lamborghinis came from, right? You see where the Lamborghinis came from, right? You see where the Lambo trucks came from, right? All right, when they got there, Juke already had everything laid out for him. Everything, the cars, the Airbnb, you name it. All right, no, he did not, bro. You lost. You lost. Doe got signed in 2024. He was put on the shelf for a whole year. The announcement was in 2025. Go look at the Say Cheese interview. And already been told everybody that, bro. You late. You late. Zillionaire got signed in 2024, bro. All right, a week before Juke died, my nigga. Okay? All right, and they made the announcement on the anniversary of Juke's death. Shout out to you. Come over here and be a fire starter, hawker, walker, or stalker, bro, if you want to learn something respectfully. Because I tried to tell everybody what it is and what it ain't. And this is why Zillionaire damn near went broke. He only signed for $250,000. We heard him say on Say Cheese, right? He was frustrated, aggravated with Yo Gotti. Like, yo, what's up, man? I'm signed. I want to let people know I'm signed. I want to let people know I'm signed. I want to let people know I'm signed. With Yo Gotti kept telling them, bro, I'm coming out there tomorrow. I'm coming next week. I'm coming next week. I'm coming next week. I'm coming next week. Never showed up. It turned into a whole year. Gotti kept telling Zillionaire and putting him off because he wasn't an original Yo Gotti artist. Gotti didn't originally sign him. Big Juke originally signed him, not Yo Gotti. And these are 100% all facts. I bet you Zillionaire can't show us one goddamn vlog from 2024 when he went to Miami and signed that deal with Yo Gotti. I bet you can't. I bet you can't. Nigga, my resources are so strong. I got suffer in the snake pit, nigga. The fuck you talking about? That same snake pit that Zillionaire Doe is maneuvering in. I got suffer in that snake pit, nigga. Where the fuck you think my resources and shit coming from? Everybody in Dallas know what's going on with Zillionaire. He need to move out of Dallas. Why he ain't move out of Dallas? He made every dope spot and every nigga that sell dope in Dallas hot. And niggas ain't feeling it. And niggas say they about to drop a bag on this nigga head, bro. And the only reason why he ain't dead yet is because of his big homie. This is the only reason why Zillionaire ain't get his shit knocked off yet, y'all. It's because of Prince J, the real Zillionaire leader, the Zillionaire CEO. This is the Zillionaire CEO right here. Prince J. That Z, that's his shit, not Zillionaires. That's his Z. That Zillionaire movement, that's his real street movement. The real street movement that was hooked up with the Memphis plug for real. Okay? Ain't the 42nd Oakland Crips in Memphis? Ain't Crips in Memphis? Was it Juke aligned with the 42nd Deuce Crips as well? In Dallas? Ain't no secret. Ain't no secret. Juke was supplying. Prince J and the whole Zillionaire movement for a minute. Supplying them with real life dope. The Eric Bovin plug. And remember, strategic drop. Why Zillionaire Doe was in Miami with Juke. They was up there in Memphis, all right, poisoning Eric Bovin. And when Juke went back to Memphis, well, while he was in Miami signing Zillionaire, he found out that Eric Bovin died. They poisoned Eric Bovin. This is bigger than Gotti. This shit bigger than CMG. This real federal shit that's been going on for years, bro. Okay, this is what's going on here. So let me explain it again. All this was strategically done. This is why I break my shit down strategically. Because I know how these demons and devils move. And you have to move at a strategic rate, just like they do. Now, this was a week before Juke died. Like I said, they're in Miami. Remember, Juke got knocked down a week after Zillionaire signed this deal at Eric Bovin's funeral, right? But when Zillionaire was down here with Juke in Memphis, they were already aligning the big Juke knockdown. And they got Juke back in Memphis by killing Eric Bovin. They knew Juke was going to show. They knew Gotti was going to be there too. They knew how to get Juke vulnerable. I told everybody, all right, from reliable sources in Memphis, that Eric Bovin is Juke's father in real life. Eric Bovin is Juke's father, y'all. Okay? And he was pimping out the aunties, the mama, all of them. This ain't nothing new. Eric Bovin was pimping all of them. So they poisoned Eric Bovin to line up Juke. Eric Bovin, I'm hearing, was connected with federal authorities, y'all. Eric Bovin is on federal paperwork. Yo Gotti mother and aunties and uncles and daddies snitched on Eric Bovin. It's all documented. They been fucking snitches. The Mims family, look it up. It's documented. It's in Eric Bovin's paperwork. It's public records. It's public records, everybody. Janet Mims. They're all on Eric Bovin's paperwork. Everything. They snitched on Eric Bovin. His mama should be in jail for the rest of her goddamn life. Yo Gotti mama shouldn't even be on the street. The mama, the auntie, none of them. They work for the feds. They are the feds. They been the feds. Eric Bovin, he shouldn't have been on the street. Memphis, where y'all at? Can I get 180 lights? Get the views to match the lights and the lights to match the views. Am I popping it or what? Eric Bovin should have never been on the street. Yo Gotti mama and aunties and them, they should have never been on the street at all. In no shape, form, or fashion. There's no way. They're all on Eric Bovin's paperwork. So they called Zillionaire down to Miami to do the deal. You see, Zillionaire ain't never seen no shit like this in his life. Because if he did, when he got down here to Miami, he wouldn't have been so pressed. He pressed, ain't he? All of them pressed.
Maybe. Nah, for real.
Watch it. You know how I get last Zillionaire pop up. Nah, you say you gotta watch out for the quiet. Hey, bro, move it to the top. I'll pull it out. That's pretty good. You got some money? Yeah. Hey, you got some money, stupid ass. $20 shots. I'm not talking with this nigga. If you got a shot, you got some money, let's do it. $20 shots, let's do it. 20.
Okay, so let me get everybody up apart. Everybody that's coming up in here, man. All right. Bigxthaplug was set up on his way to his album release party. All right. And they said that he was backdoored by some very reliable people that he's supposed to have trusted, that he instilled a lot of trust in. Somebody took the fucking plates off of his goddamn truck, y'all.
Here's what we know so far. Dallas police were running an operation near 175 in Buckner when they spotted a $100,000 truck with no tags, a red flag, in a scene where stolen cars are common. When they pulled it over, sources say rapper Bigxthaplug, whose real name is Xavier Landum, was inside with 4 other men, all of them reportedly armed with blunts, also found in the truck. Those are marijuana cigarettes, large ones, for context.
I'm all the way different over here. I got a whole lot of passion in my shit. You just want to hear a nigga say, hey, how you doing? Hey, buddy, check this out. This is what happened. Go next door, upstairs, around the corner, downstairs, man. This ain't it that. This ain't that over here.
The things escalated when a gang hit came back from Arlington police, who have documented Bigxthaplug as a known gang member. Records show he's been arrested multiple times before for drug and gun charges. Now he's facing more.
Now, this all happened on the eve of his big album release party that was slated.
And all of them reportedly armed with blunts, also found in the truck. Those are marijuana cigarettes, large ones, for context. The things escalated when a gang hit came back from Arlington police, who have documented Bigxthaplug as a known gang member.
They've been documenting him, Bigxthaplug, as a known gang member. All right? They've been documenting this shit for the longest. They've been watching him for the longest. They've been doing an investigation on him for the longest. When he came out there with that shaboozy shit, acting all shaboozy and shit, all right? They showed him what shabooziness was all about, all right? And now his ass is locked up in the shaboozy. He really done caught a goddamn shaboozy. This is the most comical shit I had ever seen in my life, because this was supposed to be an album release of a country album. Bigxthaplug, in a collaboration / country album, and then Bigxthaplug is claiming that he's considering himself a country artist. He's the best artist in Nashville, and he ain't even from out there in Nashville. You see what I'm saying? All because of this shaboozy shit that's going on. But like I said, it worked. It worked. A lot of people don't like the fact that it worked for him. It brought him a lot of commercial success. You see what I'm saying? While everybody else went the street route, talking about getting money, guns, drugs, and hoes and shit like that. All right? Bigxthaplug, his delivery is a little bit different. Even though he come from all of that, that's not what all his music is about. And he's able to be very, 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 very diverse. He can switch it up. And he was able to collab with different artists that Zillionaire, Montana, and them, and the rest of the New Dallas movement would never be able to do. And like I said, a lot of people is jealous of his success. This is his second album within a year. And he's not on a major label, y'all. His first album went platinum. He's independent, bro. Do you know how many people are hating on him? Do you know how many people don't like him? And he just posted it. This was his first album. It came out October. It just went platinum a couple days ago, August 13th. You see this, right? And why? His second album is running on a platinum mechanism. His second album is coming right behind it. That's a push. Ain't nobody in New Dallas doing that. They was jealous of this nigga. And this is why they called him out there. And the gang unit and all of them rushed him. Somebody took the tags off of his goddamn truck. I heard they planted guns and everything in there. It wasn't supposed to be no guns or no weed or nothing in the truck. I heard all that shit was planted. Planted. Now, like I said, everybody else talk about getting money. All these New Dallas artists running all they goddamn mouth like they doing this and they doing that. Okay, but they numbers in music ain't showing the same thing. They numbers in music not showing the same thing. Bigxthaplug music is showing what the fuck he doing and how big his bag is. You see what I'm saying? All these motherfuckers do is want to pull out all their money, all their cash, keep flossing on the block, showing their cars, a whole bunch of weird ass shit. As we see them at the Airbnb, that big juke rented out for them. Okay, but the crazy thing about this whole situation, man, like I said, this is supposed to be a New Dallas movement. Everybody's supposed to be happy for each other, right? So why Zillionaire Doe ain't share Big X new album? Like Big X was sharing his shit. Hit the like button, strategic drop. But we got Zillionaire Doe promoting his show, his album release party tonight. Strategic drop. He set that man up. He mad at that man hate. Told y'all, easy work. Easy work. You see this, right? You see Bigxthaplug career is overshadowing Zillionaire Doe. And Zillionaire Doe is jealous because Zillionaire Doe is signed to a major and Bigxthaplug ain't. But you made Bigxthaplug hot by bringing these federales to Dallas. And nigga, I believe you snitched on a whole lot of people trying to get your peoples out some water, bro. Straight like that. I'm going to tell it like it is. People in Dallas know what's going on. A lot of people are in disbelief right now. Trust me, because how strong the movement had been, how strong everybody seems to be unified. But let me tell you something. Everything that look good, smell good, taste good, it might feel good when you shit it out, ain't healthy for you. All right? And that's a fact. It ain't healthy for you. All right? And I'm hearing Zillionaire Doe is working. He working. And if you sign to Gotti label, you automatically a worker. You automatically a snitch. You automatically working with them people. If you sign to Gotti, all y'all police. I don't give a fuck if you money bag, yo, Black Youngster, Glorilla, ESTG, Big Boogie, who gives a fuck? All y'all police. If your boss police, you police. Can we get 200 likes on that? If your boss the police and you work for your boss, bitch, you the police too. Whether you like it or not. And if a nigga can't get to you or your boss, they gonna get to one of your workers, right? Right. And who got his workers? Who is workers? But like I said, this shit is bigger than Gotti and all this rap shit. And this is why nobody from CMG has done one feature with this snitch ass nigga. Because they know what's going on. Not one Moneybag Yo feature. No Glorilla feature. None of that shit. And just like Victoria said, rap folks hate independence. Can you imagine being signed to a nigga that's signed to a nigga that's signed to another nigga? That's Zillionaire. You know that, right? A lot of people ain't paying attention to it. Zillionaire is signed to a nigga that's signed to a nigga that's signed to another nigga, bro. Bigxthaplug ain't signed to nobody. And Zillionaire Doe still ain't got the success as Bigxthaplug. And he signed to a major. Now, like I said, Bigxthaplug career was overshadowing Zillionaire Doe. Shout out everybody up in here. His party was last night. He got snitched out and snaked out. Album release party. You see this, right? Zillionaire didn't share his new album, share the party or nothing. You know what Zillionaire did? All right. He shared his album release party. That's the very next fucking day. Okay. Okay. And then which makes this shit even eerier and strange. Okay. This show that he's sharing and overshadowing, all right, by snitching on Bigxthaplug and trying to overshadow Bigxthaplug shit by snitching on him. This album release party is in Raleigh, North Carolina. And we know what happened in Raleigh, don't we? 100 shots. 100 shots. How the fuck they miss a whole 100 shots? Right. And the crazy thing about it, okay, Govan just walked yesterday, right? Then Govan just walked. Now, you have to ask yourself, how they wasn't able to convict Govan on the evidence that they had, but they was able to convict the others under the same evidence. Make it make sense. I'm just saying, okay, how all of that is aligned is very odd and very strange. I'm not saying like that has anything to do with anything, but it is something to think about. It's something that is definitely, all right, incorporated in this situation. All right. Okay, because Zillionaire Doe album is trash. His new album is trash. And the reason why his new album is trash is because, oh man, thank you. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. The reason why Zillionaire album is trash, his new album, 14 months. Yo, I didn't listen to that shit like 6 times trying to get into it, bro. And he just ain't got it this time around. And the reason why for all of that, okay, because he even says it on his Say Cheese interview that the feds had came in, rounded everybody up. Everybody was getting locked up. He wasn't in the creative process. He wasn't able to create. His mind wasn't in the right space or anything like that. So now we know why this album is trash. Because if you listen to D-Boy Dreams, I just got to keep it real, all right? The D-Boy Dreams project is way better and well put together than Mr. 14 Months. Mr. 14 Months, it just seemed like they just threw it together real fast and quick. D-Boy Dreams is shitting on Mr. 14 Months. And if y'all are real Zillionaire fans, y'all know that. Tell me D-Boy Dreams is not better than Mr. 14 Months. And Mr. 14 Months is his debut on a major. That's his debut under CMG. That's supposed to have been the pop. Okay, so like I said, very, very strategic. What's the chances? Like I said, Bigxthaplug having an album release party in Dallas, where what? They're all from, where's Zillionaire from and all that. Zillionaire didn't share Bigxthaplug album or his album release that was going on in Dallas. But I thought you said we all knew Dallas, this the movement. We all fucking with each other, fuck who better. We all win, yeah. But action speaks louder than words. And your fucking actions is definitely speaking louder than your fucking words, Z, because you ain't share Bigxthaplug. You ain't say free my man, free my homie. You ain't say shit yet. You quiet as a mouse. You ain't doing nothing but promoting your shit 3 hours ago, right? How long X been locked up? Strategic drop. How long Bigxthaplug been locked up? A full 24 hours, right? 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 Oh, they ain't gonna like this one, baby. All right? They ain't gonna like this one, baby. When Macho Man say, ooh, yeah. Facts, strategic drop. You from New Dallas, right? The biggest Dallas artist just got arrested and possibly never coming home for a very long time. And Zillionaire Doe ain't saying a goddamn word. All you hear him saying is what? Free Prince J, free Prince J, free Prince J, free Prince J, free Prince J. You see the shirt, right? You see the shirt, right? Free Prince, free the Prince, free the Prince, free the Prince, free the Prince. You know who you talking about, right? Him right here. You see this? And you think the feds ain't still watching Zillionaire? See, they done froze. You see, let me explain something. I got all this paperwork, bro. I got all the paperwork. All right? And all the things that was, all the evidence and everything that was collected, I have all the receipts. All right? And They took everything from Prince J and a few other people. Not going to say their names. But all I need to say is Prince J and all the other names will fall in line. If y'all know, y'all know. All right? Now they done froze all their accounts. They done took all their money. All right? I heard that they seasoned their houses and everything, bro. And they did it for a reason. Now, like I said, y'all, Zillionaire is paying for these lawyers. Prince J and his associates, all right, of the 42nd Deuce Crips, all right, and Zillionaire Doe is a 42nd Deuce Crip also. If you ain't know, now you do know. Okay, Zillionaire Doe is a 42nd Deuce Crip as well. Okay, but the money, the finances, everything has been took from these guys. Everything has been seized from these guys. All right, their family members are being investigated. They're being put on surveillance and things like that. So they're not able to move how they used to move. Okay, so now they're depending on Zillionaire, and this is why the feds ain't locked Zillionaire up. You think they ain't got the fucking paperwork on Zillionaire? You think they couldn't been locked Zillionaire up when they came and got them? Yes, they could have, but they waited for a reason because they're going to strategically nail his ass. Or will Zillionaire give them what they want or who they want? And dot, 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 everybody that's around him. Because like I said, it's a lot of people that's working inside the camp, bro. A lot of people that turned federal and state already. All right. And I'm talking about low-level people who was barely getting by, struggling with 3.5s every day, not selling fucking bricks and bows. A nigga selling 3.5s, trying to feed his 4 kids. Them the type niggas that's telling on shit. Because they feel as though you niggas ain't respect the game enough. Y'all selling 100 bowls this, 100 bowls in this bitch, 100 bowls out. Everybody ain't got 100 bowls in and 100 bowls out. Some people got 3.5s in it, 3.5s out, and barely getting by, bro. Okay? But y'all come in, want to flash, want to shine, want to talk about this, talk about that, bring police in the hood, bring cameras to the hood, and make everybody hot, right? So Zillionaire is taking care of all these high-ranking members, but you have low-ranking individuals, like I said, that ain't got 100 bowls in and 100 bowls out. All right, they got 3.5s in and 3.5s out, and they fucking kids is fucking hungry right now. All right, and they telling every motherfucking thing they know. You best to believe it, bro. Everybody ain't got 100 bowls. And that's the sad part, because a lot of motherfuckers that's getting ran down on, okay, a lot of motherfuckers that's getting swept up, a lot of people that has got locked up, it hasn't even been documented, bro. So many people have been caught up in these sweeps, in these raids, okay, on Casey Street, over there, Ivywood, Oak Cliff. Y'all know what's up. Had the feds been over there since Zillionaire Doe signed that deal? Texas, where y'all at? Hold on, let me talk to y'all for a minute. Let me talk to y'all for a minute. Had the feds been over there to Ivywood? Have they been over there to Woodlawn yet? Yes, they have, right? Who's from over there? Who's from over there? Who's from 700 Ivy Way? In the Woodlawn area? Who is it? And had the feds been over there knocking shit down? And this is just one area that I'm naming, bro. Montana 700, right? Right? Now we know, as I strategically fuck y'all up, Montana 700 signed with the police too, right? He signed with 300 Entertainment. The same 300 Entertainment that got Young Thug Rico. You know that, right? Montana got a shitty deal too. Everybody got shitty deals except Bigxthaplug, bro. All right, everybody got shitty deals except Bigxthaplug. Montana 700 is signed to 300 Entertainment. And we know 300 Entertainment is the police, right? Look how they did Young Thug, right? 300 Entertainment also, all right, is incorporated with who? Lyor Cohen, right? Right? And like I said, y'all, a lot of people have no idea how deep this shit is. A lot of people have no idea. Now, before we move forward, man, shout out to everybody that's up in here, man. Like, share, subscribe. Let's see what everybody talking about in these comment section, man. Because, like I said, a lot of people is going to be in disbelief. Already knew people was going to be in disbelief when I started breaking that shit down in January. And I said, like, yo, it's something up with this Zillionaire shit. I'm the only blogger that made it make some sense. I'm like, yo, something up, something up. This is on Juke's anniversary. Knockdown. But see what the whole nation got to say, man. How you know, fam? Are you even from the city? I ain't got to be from the city to know. You don't know that by now? This 2025. Do you have to be from an exact place to know exactly what's going on in that area? This is 2025. No, you don't, bro. All right, it's social media, politics. Man, you crazy. Nope. I do not live in the city. It don't have to be. Just like all them other news anchors, CNN and all that shit that be broadcasting on every city and state in America. Do they live in the goddamn city? No. Where they get their information from? Resources of the city, right? Similar here. 14 to 700 freestyle was horrible, right? Blue 42 go deep. right? And it was named Operation Blue Laces that got their ass wrapped up. Since they was 42 and blue and they was all deep, the feds chose to name the operation Operation Blue Laces. A lot of shit in Dallas, right, Regina? Appreciate you, Angela. Keep doing your thing, baby. Bigxthaplug not signed to the industry, but he put good music for everybody, and white people love him, so he good. That's what they saying. That's what they saying. If he was that good, this shit would have never happened. He's not good. He's already on gun cases. He already got marijuana charges. Now they aligning him, okay, with gang charges. They about to bury him alive in a box, just like he said on the song. Okay? All right? Box me up and bury me alive. And that's what the fuck they about to do to him. That's what the fuck has been done. You see his mugshot? Do he not look depressed? Do it not look like all the fucking air has been inflated out of this dude? Like, yo, I can't believe they just did me like this, bro. They're not going to talk about it because the street politics involved. They can't talk about it. And they shouldn't. It's too dangerous. If it was real fucking politics and shit going on in my fucking hood and I'm right there, you think I'm gonna be stupid enough? Hell no. You see what I'm saying? So this is how you know everything I'm saying is 100% facts because nobody won't come nowhere near it because it's real street politics involved in this shit. And niggas is shook. Niggas will get touched if they speak on this shit wholeheartedly. Because if they speak on it, they're going to have to speak on it right. You feel me, Rap Snacks? Shout out to you. They're going to have to speak on it right. You see what I'm saying? And what I don't understand why motherfuckers in Dallas acting like they scared to keep it 100 and be like, yo, Zillionaire, bro. Fuck that. It's your fault, nigga. You hot. Nigga scared to come out and say it publicly because of the situation and who he's connected with, his big homies. You see what I'm saying? And this is why it's a lot of hush hush and backdoor and whispering going on. You see what I'm saying? They know Zillionaire made the whole city hot. None of this happened until Gotti came. Them boys ain't never been hit by the feds like that. Them boys ain't never been hit by the feds like that. Not the Prince. Not the Prince. He ain't never get touched like that, bro. You know, so This situation is crazy, bro. It's crazy. And like I said, yo, Big X, when he say, I'm the biggest, the largest, yo, he be meaning that shit. And he talk the same shit he walk and walk the same shit he talk because he is bigger and larger than all of them physically and musically. Physically and musically, he's bigger and larger than every artist in Dallas, and they're jealous of him, of his commercial success. They're jealous of his commercial success. So let me run something here. Hold on a second.
So 600 and New Dallas is the same. You know what I mean? It's all just one movement. Dallas stand together.
Triple D.
So you know that in the past, Dallas did not stand together.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel me? So I see a new, you know what I mean? And you look at the movements where with you got Trap Boy Freddy, Yellow Bees, that whole era, the Mo 3s. That era kind of went back, kind of moved. Just a new time.
Yeah,
you feel like this new generation, 600, New Dallas. You feel like y'all gonna do it I'm not gonna say the right way because everybody did their thing, but you feel like y'all gonna do it together.
No,
it ain't gonna be no separate.
Yeah, it ain't nothing separating us. You know, so the only people that can do that is us.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
Man, look, man. Basically, when you look at where you guys at today. You know what I'm saying? What is your long-term goal? What do you want from rap, man? You're doing everything.
Yeah.
Well, what's the long-term goal?
The long-term goal is the same thing bro did for me. You know what I'm saying?
Do it for somebody else.
Same reaction, same way, pass the baton.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I already got my eyes on my people. You got, Dallas is.
Okay, so this is Bigxthaplug artist. You see, he got his own artist already. You see what I'm saying? Do Zillionaire Doe got an artist? No, he don't. But you got Zillionaire Doe. And Bigxthaplug is actually, in compete with each other. You see, they're actually competing with each other. Because you got Bigxthaplug saying, he's the biggest, he's the largest, and you got this lizard head motherfucker, all right? Crowning himself as the king of Texas. You see what I'm saying? He got it in his head because he brung Gotti out there, and ain't nobody in Dallas ever bring Gotti to the hood. Ain't nobody in Dallas ever signed to a major. He think he's the best thing that ever came to Dallas. He think he paved the way for everybody. He think ain't nothing bigger than him, bro. But in reality, it is. And numbers don't lie. It ain't never lied a day in motherfucking life. So why should it start lying now? And if you look at the goddamn numbers, it'll show who career doing what. It'll show who taking off and who's still on the motherfucking tarmac. Who's still on the runway. Zillionaire Doe still on the tarmac, my nigga. His shit ain't even take off yet, bro. It looks like it to individuals who don't really know what's going on. You get blinded by all the fake jewelry, all the rented cars, all the fake money that they continuously keep showing. That shit not real, bro. It's not real. It's a play. It's a character. Niggas ain't got as much money as you think. Only got a whole lot of money to a motherfucker who never had no real money and don't know what real money is. Right. That's another thing. They don't want no peace in Dallas. You see, Zillionaire don't trying to push peace and all this shit, right? In reality, motherfuckers don't want no peace. And you gonna hear it get exposed in here.
At the top of the food chain right now, you know what I'm saying? You got New Dallas, you got Ty Harris, you know what I'm saying? You got so many people right now that's actually getting the light that they deserve and shit right now. But it's a couple people that, you know, I rep for the underdog. You know what I'm saying? So it's a couple people that I know that's very talented, and I'm bringing them out.
Are y'all not considered New Dallas, or are y'all?
Yeah, they try to separate, but it's the same thing to me.
The same thing. It's a movement, right?
Montana, Zillionaire, like,
see that, right?
Try to separate, but it's the same thing to me.
You see that, right? It's a totally different movement in real life. Totally different paperwork, musically, and a totally different acceptance from different cultures. The only culture that
same thing. It's a movement, right?
Montana.
They're bringing in, and I'm talking about this New Dallas movement. It's the street culture. It's the street culture. That's the only people they gravitating to. Bigxthaplug is bigger than the street culture. He gravitated outside of the street culture. Okay? Now, I'm hearing when he went out there and did that Shabuzi shit that they allow him to come out there with all them individuals and didn't shut it down and didn't do a goddamn thing about it, for the simple fact he was under surveillance. You see something here, y'all. But let this rock out.
They're like, these are close people. Like, I talk to these people 24/7. You know, Hustle Man, Queez, all the managers and stuff that's behind the team, bro. Like I say, I've been out here for so long. You can go, like, we was all at KFI Studios, and then before KFI Studios, we was at the Music Box.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody has a relationship. You know how it is. You know, just gotta have something to talk about. Everybody try to make it like it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? But it's the same shit. And at the end of the day, X is who got a lot of people recognized. If don't nobody want to admit it, you know what I'm saying? But shit, I know, I seen it, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think nobody's going to admit it. I don't think nobody, it goes without saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, people, everybody not going to like you in this game.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's a lot of people, more people that love you.
I don't like people that everybody like.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Something wrong
That's
with
real.
Everybody like you.
Yeah,
why you so likable?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Shit, I couldn't understand. I got it straight. Like, don't like me now. It's getting bad.
Yeah.
You know,
like
we
you.
don't about that later on. I'm a likable.
So 600 and New Dallas is the same. You know, it's all just one movement. Dallas stand together.
Triple D.
You know that in the past, Dallas did not stand together.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel me? So
Yeah, for sure.
so I see a new, you know what I mean, and like, and you look at the movements with, you know, with you got Trap Boy Freddy, you know, Yellow Bees, that whole era, the Mo 3s, that era kind of.
And then you gotta watch that Trap Boy Freddy ass nigga. He coming around, he popping up in their videos and shit all of a sudden, looking all weird and suspect. And we already know what's going on with Trap Boy Freddy. You see what I'm saying? So many snakes in this fucking pit.
You know, kind of went back, you know, kind of moved. You know, just a new time.
Yeah,
you feel like this new generation, 600 new Dallas. You feel like y'all gonna do it I'm not gonna say the right way because everybody they think, but you feel like y'all gonna do it together.
No,
it ain't gonna be no separate.
Yeah, it ain't nothing separating us. You know what I'm saying? The only people that can do that is us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I say you gotta have something to talk about. And shit, it just be crazy because motherfuckers don't see you with each other every day, or don't see you over here with him. So he must have him. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see that, man. I'm used to did it, man.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. H-Town had their problems too, though.
Don't do that, dog.
No, don't tell you something else. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, just because New Dallas, because the devil, he come to kill, steal, and destroy.
Yeah. For sure.
Just because New Dallas is unifying and the people, hood, them, 600, young hood, all of them, somebody coming for you, bro.
Oh, of course.
To say I don't rock with that shit. Because that may automatically give them, hey, I'm the op.
Yeah, for sure.
It ain't going to be, whether you want to hold on to it long, and it's cute. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get along is cool. The unity is what's needed, but it's gonna always the devil come to kill, steal, and destroy. And that's just the way it is. I might be wrong. Y'all gonna be mad at me for saying it, but I'm just telling you, beware of the devil because he coming.
That's real. That's real.
You know what I'm saying? I don't. He playing games now with everybody. Like, oh yeah, but then when it happened, oh man, we never would have seen that coming. Stop playing, man. It's been happening forever. And in Houston, when that was going down, man, them were fighting like hell, mad at each other the same way.
Now,
I remember Lil Flip and ESG, they still not even really rocking like that, man.
I'm talking about nigga flipping this, man.
Well, I'm just saying, that's your. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, everybody had their issues, man.
You're right. Now, you're right.
With Lil O and all them niggas. So don't come on here.
Slim Thug was
come on, man.
Come
on. So don't come in. You came in.
I got to it. I got to it. The nigga, right?
So I don't want to come in here like this bubble of love going on, nigga. It's
love right now.
It's a lot of love.
I'm rocking with it.
It's a lot of love, and I like what I'm seeing. But beware, you know, Satan come to kill, steal, and destroy.
No, sure. Right. Every time, man, the devil is a liar. And not only is the devil a liar, man. Okay. This situation here. All right, when they shot this on this bridge in the middle of the day in Dallas, all right, they said the feds is watching, man. The feds, the gang unit, everybody that's involved in all these investigations are under surveillance. Everybody in New Dallas. Let me just say this, man. Everybody in New Dallas. 600. Anything incorporated with anything along them lines. And you are in the street and in this rap shit. They see you. They coming. They see you. They coming. And this is why everybody around y'all been getting touched. Because they see y'all. They know when y'all moving, how y'all moving, where y'all moving. And where y'all gonna be at, who y'all gonna be with, who y'all gonna be doing it with, and why y'all gonna be doing it. And what the fuck y'all gonna be doing after that. The whole New Dallas movement is under investigation, y'all. The whole New Dallas movement. Eric Barnes ain't nothing to fuck with. They've been under investigation before they even formed this new Dallas movement. Shit be getting tagged left and right. So imagine when they start getting all this recognition. Imagine when they start vlogging and blocking the streets off and showing how they take over the streets and showing all this drug money and shit like this, flaunting it and shit wide openly. You think them crackers like that shit? You think them people like that shit? When they know what y'all done did, how many people done died, how much blood is on y'all hands, how much bowls coming in, how many bowls going out. You got crooked police, that's gang members. You got crooked gang unit task force, that's gang members. All that. Now, why would this man be riding around in a $100,000 truck? A platinum artist. Second album dropping on that day. Album release. Why would you be riding around with guns, weed, and no tags in a $100,000 fucking truck? Make it make sense. The man was set up. All right, and it's looking real. It's looking. Listen here. I call it how I see it. Zillionaire, this supposed to be New Dallas, right? That's what he just said, right? It's supposed to be the whole what? New Dallas movement and all this shit, right? Supposed to be that whole movement. So why Zillionaire though? All right. Why Zillionaire though ain't say free Bigxthaplug? Why Zillionaire though ain't share Bigxthaplug album, new album release? He ain't say free him or nothing. He shared his album release party because Bigxthaplug album release party and new album was overshadowing his shit, his whole movement. Check this out. Why would you put, listen here, he just uploaded this. Why would you release this at the last minute? You is supposed to promote your album release party way before this. This should have been getting promoted a week ago. Look, it ain't been promoted not one time, y'all. Not one time. It's the 14 months. It came out at midnight, right? So you're having the album release party. It came out last Friday. Mr. 14 months and it's garbage. Why you ain't promote your album release all week? Why you promote it on the day and you wait till after Bigxthaplug gets locked up? Why you ain't promote it when X promoted his shit? You see, y'all, I'm on it, bro. I'm on it, bro. Let me see something here. Let me see something. Okay, so
I hope you hear me every time you play a song. I hope you meet the right person, but y'all.
Okay, so Big X has been gearing up for this album, bro, and the release. Okay, but we can't say the same for Zillionaire. All right? But album release August 21st. The album release party is on the same day of the album. Why Zillionaire album release party wasn't on the same day of his album? His album came out last Friday. Why wasn't his album release party last Friday? Because it was a fucking setup. You supposed to have your album release party on the same day your album come out. Make it make sense. When we make real life matters, make real life sense. Your album release party is supposed to be on the same day your album drop. Mr. 14 Months dropped 7 days ago. He didn't even know that he was even having an album release party. Was this some last minute shit? Because it would have been being promoted. It's not being promoted until after Bigxthaplug gets locked up, because his shit was being promoted the whole time. And we don't see Zillionaire nowhere. Didn't share his album, ain't say free Bigxthaplug or nothing. He said, fuck that. He got locked up, so y'all come to my album release joint. He ain't gonna make it. All right? So we got other plans. Y'all come over here. All right? Y'all come over here. Come to my party. The Zillionaire Doe album release party. Right? That's what they did. He drink that shit. Oh, man. He drink that shit, man. Okay, so let me ask a question. For the people that's down there in Texas. Okay, because we know how much of an epidemic that is down there in Texas with that drink and that syrup, right? Hold on a second. He drink that lean and shit, right? So let me ask a question. Do they have some type of program or transitioning situation put in place in the jails down there in Dallas or Houston and shit like that when individuals are suffering from this type of substance abuse? Do they give them something to cope with their withdrawals or anything, y'all? Down there in Dallas and Houston? Because it's a lot of young people and young addicts that drink this shit that they get locked up on a daily. You know what I'm saying? So they had to do something to control that shit, or it'd be just like a fucking a zombie type jail. It'd be like some nasty shit going on in there. So they got to be containing it some type of way. And if he's on that drink, like people say he is, man, his withdrawals are going to be serious, bro. He's going to go through all kinds of respiratory failure and everything, bro, because he's so big and overweight and so obese. His withdrawals are going to be extreme. Everybody withdrawal process ain't the same. This is why some people can fight the battle of addiction and some people can't. Okay, everybody mind ain't strong enough for the body, and everybody body ain't strong enough for the mind. You know what I'm saying? So if he's on this drink and we know that he's been on a hell of a run, he's withdrawing very, very bad right now. And what I want to know is, do they have anything put in place for individuals that are withdrawing from this type of substance abuse, opiate abuse, things like that in Texas? Because I know up here in New Jersey, they have it they treat individuals for substance abuse if they was already in a program, if they was on the street. But if they wasn't in a program when they got locked up, then your ass ain't gonna get treated for your withdrawals or your substance abuse. You gonna be asked out. You gonna be fucked up. And this is why I'm asking, is it like that in Texas? Because how do they deal with all of them individuals withdrawing off of that shit? That's like a regular. They drink that shit like water out there, bro. They drink that shit like water out there. So yeah, man, this shit is wild. This shit is very wild, man. And hold on, man. Somebody just sent me something, man, and I wasn't even going to rock it. But being as though it's all facts in this, I'll let them burn. I'll let him burn. Okay, because he said a few things, okay, that ain't nothing but the truth. So play this right quick. Man. Shout out SETI.
The word recidivism up and everybody lost their minds basically mean they coming and going back to jail. So 18 years old, Big Plug gets hit with felony burglary or whatever. And luckily for him, he didn't get charged with a felony, but it's something interesting when you get a tap on the hand. Some people never learn their lesson. What you talking about, Seti Nash? If Big X doesn't do exactly what I tell him to do, this career of his is going to be over before it even gets truly started. Fox 4, KDFW. Rapper Big X
didn't have no
arrested for
bond.
marijuana possession in Dallas. The brief.
He didn't have no bond. He is not out. They did not give him no bond. And please don't listen to all the rumors. They locked him up He ain't got no bond, and we all know before you get a bond, you have to go for a bond hearing and all that stuff, y'all. Let's make real life matters, make real life sense, man. Respectfully. That man already had a full-blown case on guns and drugs. He just caught another one. Guns and drugs. No bond. If he had bond, he would have been home last night.
Dallas rapper Bigxthaplug, whose real name is Xavier Landon, was arrested on Thursday, August 21st, 2025, and booked into the Dallas County Jail. According to jail records, he was charged with possession of marijuana, less than 2 ounces, and unlawful possession of a firearm. This marks his second arrest in North Texas this year, following a previous arrest in February 2025 on a marijuana possession charge. Dallas rapper Xavier Landon, also known as Bigxthaplug, was arrested and booked into the Dallas County Jail on Thursday night, marking his second arrest in North Texas this year. What we know. According to an arrest warrant affidavit, officers pulled Xavier Landon 26 over around 8:45 p.m. on Thursday, August 21st, for not having a front license plate, pulling out a Williams Chicken in Dallas. Officers were in the area because they had gotten a tip about a car club.
Pulling out a Williams and Chicken in Dallas. You hear this, right? And the news said that his album release party was supposed to have been at a Wingstop. So he gets pulled over, yo, this is crazy, bro. Like, you can't make this shit up. It's like somebody already written all this shit out and knew how it was going to play.
A Williams Chicken in Dallas. Officers were...
He was pulling out a Williams and Chicken in Dallas with no goddamn front license plate.
The area because they had gotten a tip about a car club having a meeting in that area. The officer asked Landon if he had any weapons in the vehicle. Landon replied, "Mine is under my arm and wrist." The affidavit states police allegedly found 2 firearms and marijuana in Landon's truck. He was charged with possession of marijuana, less than 2 ounces, and unlawful possession of a firearm, according to jail records. No bond has been set. Landon was scheduled to attend an album release party later that night for his new album, I Hope You're Happy, at the Cash Cow Bar in Deep Ellum. The album, which was officially released Friday, August 22nd, which is today, features
for that, man.
Collaborations with artists like Jelly Roll, Luke Combs, and Shabuzi. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to this part because you're not going to like what you're going to hear. Big X and Shabuzi Film Music Club. No, not that. No. Here we go right here. Landon was arrested also in February 2025 in Arlington, Texas. According to police, officers pulled over a vehicle with an expired registration. When they approached the car, they reportedly smelled marijuana and found a handgun in the passenger side door. Landon was arrested on 1 count of possession of marijuana, less than 2 ounces. A passenger identified as Cleotis Landon was also taken into custody on an active felony warrant. The same exact stuff, bro. And you want to know what's crazy? That case is not done. This is what can happen, bro.
I told you, it's not done. It's still pending. So everything that I was saying to y'all that I was getting from my resources, okay, also had someone like Seti Nash, the alleged YouTube lawyer, all right, breaking down the same motherfucking shit, all right?
Now, I'm just going to be fair to y'all. What can potentially happen is he's going to do $180 as far as days in jail. That's 180 days in jail. And he'll be hit with a $2,000 fine. And then that's just on the marijuana part. I hope y'all know that. He's looking at doing what is half a year? You're looking at doing half a freaking year for some weed, bro. Then on top of that, if they stack consecutively, you know what I'm saying, with the firearm stuff, bro, that's going to be a year in jail right there. So realistically, you're looking at 1.5 years in county jail and $6,000 in fine. I got to ask y'all the question. Is it worth it? Is it freaking worth it?
Let me tell you something. He's going to be looking at a whole lot more time than that because we already done heard them say he has been incorporated and has been being investigated as a what? Active gang member. Right? So I just hope Bigxthaplug was smart. I hope he still wasn't into the streets. I hope he still ain't have his hands tied to these street niggas. And this is what I'm hearing. He did. He still had 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Niggas around him was still 100 bowls in, 100 bowls out. You see? Motherfuckers around him still 100 bowls in, 100 bowls out. Everybody ain't legit. Everybody ain't went legit, Herbo. Okay? And it's crazy. When everybody think they went to, when everybody think that they went legit, they ass get locked up. Young Thug, he thought he went legit. Cased up. Bobby Shmurda thought he went legit. Cased up. Who else? Let's go. Okay? Who else thought that they went legit and got cased up? Lil Durk thought he went legit. Got cased up. Pooh Shiesty thought he went legit. Got cased up. Gucci Mane thought he went legit. Got cased up. YNW Melly thought he went legit. Got cased up. Casanova thought he went legit. Got cased up. AR thought he went legit. Got cased up. Who else? I could go on and on. We don't stop till the break of dawn. On and on. We don't stop till the break of dawn. Prince J and the 42nd Deuce Crips thought the deal with Gotti was going to save them. They legit. What happened? They got cased up. We got Lizard Head Doe. Lizard Head Doe telling Say Cheese, I don't give a damn about none of that shit, bro. That shit, oh, we legit now. We here Montana 700. And Keys. Hey, Honcho Amir. Kevin got bands. Timothy Chong. Boss Man Delo. You hear all these motherfuckers talking about they went legit. Knowing cases are pending, motherfucker. Don't matter if you legit or what. If a case or cases was already pending before you went legit, just because you went legit, it's not going to save you. And this is why Zillionaire Doe, all right, on that Say Cheese shit, why would he go up there running his mouth? Boosie. All these rappers that think they went legit and got a rude fucking awakening, bro. You ever thought, do y'all think Bigxthaplug ever seen this coming? He thought he won, right? He thought he won the championship. You see? But people fail to realize when you win the championship, okay, that doesn't mean the game is over. When you win that ring, and you win that trophy. You see, he crowning himself as the king. He's crowning himself as he got the ring. He got the trophy. Well, you got the ring, you got the trophy. You won the title. But it's still another game to be played for another day. And since you already dribbling and crossovering and doing crossovers and shit for trophies and titles, you're going to have to play the other games that are being played if you want to continue to win. And with that being said, never think that it's over. Never get too comfortable with your situation. Never get too comfortable. Because for this young man, he thinking he won because he brung Yo Gotti to the hood. When actually he lost. Have he not lost everybody around him? How is that a win? How can you enjoy your success as an artist? You claiming you won, but everybody that you grew up with and your big homies have been taken to the feds and can't even enjoy the success of you winning. And you have to kick out all that back end money, and you ain't getting enough rap money. So we know your feet still in the street because you're going to have to take care of these people because they done seized and froze all their accounts. The same way like Casanova was going to the jail to see the big homie, the same way like Casanova was taking care of the Blackstone Gorilla Bloods and going up there taking care of the homie, sending them money and all that shit. They was watching Casanova do all that shit. And this is the same thing Zillionaire is doing with Prince J. All right. And this is why we see him, all right, bringing Prince J up in his interviews. He's wearing the shirt. You think the police ain't looking at this? And you know what else the police are looking at as I strategically break this down? That new chain that's around his neck, that Zillionaire chain. You know where that original chain actually come from, right? Watch I knock y'all down with this shit right here. This new Zillionaire chain, after the Z chain was taken because of his homies that really run the Z movement and the Zillionaire movement. You see, Zillionaire is a movement. That's why his name is Zillionaire Doe. You know what I mean? You got Zillionaire Prince J, Zillionaire this, Zillionaire that. Just like you got YNW Melly, YNW Bortland. You see what I'm saying? So you got Zillionaire that come before the name of their actual name. So you got Zillionaire Doe. You see what I'm saying? So let me tell y'all where this actual Zillionaire incorporation come from. Now, if you look, he got a nerve to put Zillionaire Records. Why would he do that? All right. This is why Say Cheese was trying to get information out of him of how much money you was making, how much money you was getting before rapping, how much money you put up into that rap label, Zillionaire Records. You see this, right? Because Zillionaire Records go all the way back to the big homies. And not only do we go all the way back to the big homies, so do this chain. Because they took the Z chain. You see, I'm strategic. I know everything that's going on, bro. All right, so let me put y'all on something. Show y'all something here. Okay, so this is Zillionaire when he was a kid. And the chain that's around his neck is actually his big homies. As y'all can see, that's the original Zillionaire chain that's around his neck when he was a kid. From the actual real Zillionaire movement, Prince J and his father. Like I said, this Zillionaire movement was going on, okay, way before Zillionaire even came and put his foot in the rap game. He been aligned with this Zillionaire street movement. You see what I'm saying? So he got the Zillionaire, he got his big homie chain on his neck on this album, which was his first joint called Life of a Zillionaire. Now, for the ones who don't know, his actual big homie actually did real blogs. Now, check this out. His actual big homie actually did real blogs and vlogs and shit on Instagram and YouTube and named it Life of a Zillionaire. And this is where Zillionaire get that whole format from. So you think the police not watching that? That Life of a Zillionaire. Like I said, peep the game. Look. Life of a Zillionaire. That comes from Prince J and the big homies. They real life that they was living as major big drug dealers that they were just calling themselves zillionaires. All right. So the feds see Zillionaire as a kid because his father is a big homie. His father, Zillionaire father, has Stain. His big homie is Zillionaire father, like they like best friends and shit. Okay, so this Zillionaire movement has been going on for a very long time. Back when Zillionaire was still a fucking jit, as y'all can see, he got his homie chain on. So in the Say Cheese interview, right? Shout out everybody up in here. In the Say Cheese interview, he explains what's going on with this new Zillionaire chain. He explains it. He said, all right, the original Zillionaire chain come from my big bruh, Prince J, free Prince J. All right. And no, we ain't getting made at Johnny Dane. We got it made from the real Johnny. All right. The real Johnny. All right. So it's two different Johnnies, but we ain't about to get into all that. Okay. But anyway, this is what Zillionaire has been incorporating into his music, and it been allowing the feds to collect data on him and his peoples. And they've been doing this ever since, okay, the back and forth situation with his big homie, Prince. Show this. Prince J and Big Joe. Okay, Big Juke and Prince J, they knew each other in real life. Street shit. 100 bowls. Cross state lines. 100 bowls in, 100 bowls out. 100 bowls in, 100 bowls out. 100 bowls in, 100 bowls out. Who you think Juke was at that when Zillionaire and Juke and all of them sat down in Dallas at the Devontae Davis Garcia fight. Why do y'all think Juke was down there in Dallas? Who y'all think Juke was down there in Dallas with? Who do y'all think Juke was down there in Dallas with at that fight? A 40 Deuce Crips, a 42 Deuce Crips, which is the Zillionaires. We hear Zillionaire Doe lie in our face and say he only met Juke once. And he's a fucking lie. He went to Miami. Him, Head Honcho Amir, Montana, all of them. It did the deal with Juke. And this is why we don't see Yo Gotti nowhere in this vlog like he claimed he went to Miami and signed a deal with Gotti, and Gotti persuaded him. He sat down with Gotti for 3 hours in the studio. Why we don't never see none of that? We ain't never see that vlog a day in our life. But he documented everything else except that. Zillionaire. He documented everything except him in the studio with Gotti, them doing the deal, seeing why Gotti was interested in him. All that. That's all I try to do, Duke Famous. That's it. I told everybody, I got this in the bag, bro. I got this in the bag. I know what's been going on. I knew what was going on 14 months ago. Why you think I'm the first one who dropped that shit and everybody thought it was a game? Okay? Facts, yo. Them fake ass chains. Yes, they are fake. They all are fake. Everybody know that shit fake. Yep. Them chains be fake as hell, bro. Fake, and they starting to look more goofy and goofy. The more you see these chains around these niggas' neck, the more goofier they look. Word up. I'm just keeping it real. They all sound like Pepsi cans every time they walk in and shit. You can't even move the way that you want to move without trying to hold your change from click-clacking and clanking and all that weird man shit. Man, that shit goofy. Shit goofy, yo. All right? And you talking about a goofy motherfucker. You gonna bring all your street business into your music. He think he Yo Gotti for real. He trying to impress Gotti. All right? He trying to impress Gotti, knowing that shit not impressing Gotti. Yo Gotti don't give a fuck about that. You know what Gotti he give a fuck about? All right. He sleep good at night. Zillionaire. There's no way that you sleep good at night. Not knowing you don't know when them people coming for you, bro. A fucking raids in Dallas have been off the chain. The raids in Dallas have been off the chain, bro. Off the chain. Off the motherfucking Richter. Okay? And Zillionaire Doe continues to bring and make all his videos on dope blocks. You know that, right? This is why something bad is going to come out of this. Zillionaire Doe, Montana 700, the whole new Dallas movement. They're making all day videos on real trap and dope blocks. All day vlogs. They bringing everybody to their real life trap. Where it's 100 bowls in, 100 bowls out for real. What's wrong with them? Crazy. Crazy work. Set this man up at his album release party. And like I said, I'm hearing that it's an inside setup. You know, and I was going to straight point the finger right at Z, right from the gate, right at Lizard Head Doe. But I said, you know what? I'm going to give him the benefit of the fucking doubt. I ain't going to do it. But then he made this post about his album release party. All right, and didn't share anything about Bigxthaplug's album or his release, but this supposed to be all Dallas. Everybody's supposed to be happy for each other. Everybody's supposed to be coming together, this and that. But you ain't hear Zillionaire Doe say a goddamn thing about the biggest artist in Dallas right now, and that's Bigxthaplug. But Zillionaire want to be the biggest artist in Dallas because he feels as though because he brought Yo Gotti to the fucking hood that he's the biggest. That's just the biggest in the eyes of small-minded people, motherfucker. Let me say it again. That's just the biggest in the eyes of small-minded people, bro. Who ain't never seen shit, never had shit, and don't know what genuosity is about. You think all that shit was genuine? You think that shit was genuine? Gotti did? So yeah, man, I might come back a little bit later on, y'all, and drop some more. I'm getting a lot of information on this. Yo, shit going off. Shit going off. I ain't even been able to even drop the new receipts that I've been getting in while I've been doing this show. There's so much coming in from my resources on this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I got some shit to do. Shout out everybody that joined me up in here for these few hours, man. I may come back tonight. Turn your notification bell all the way up. Appreciate all my fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and stalkers, all my flaming raiders, all my moderators, man. Make sure you hit that like button. Man, free Bigxthaplug. Don't nobody deserve to go to jail on one of the biggest highlights of their life, man. I wouldn't want to wish that on nobody, bro. One of the biggest highlights of his life and his career. And now he's literally going to have to be in a box that he was depicting in this video that just got released soon as he got locked up too. They released this video when he got locked up. Okay. Box me up. And now he's really in a box and he's boxed up. All right. But shout out everybody that's up in here, man. Like, share, subscribe, man. I appreciate y'all, man, for joining me up. Let me I got some shit to put together, man. I'll be back.